The PA Corona Quiz is brought to you by Black Widow Projectiles. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the grand final of the PA Corona Quiz. The excitement builds tonight. The Northern Territory, they beat New South Wales in round one and booked their spot here in the grand final. New South Wales came through the repechage and they get another crack at the Northern Territory. 10,000 Black Widow projectiles will go to the winning teams. It's the PA Corona Quiz. Let's meet our contestants. Firstly, our captain, Joe, from the Northern Territory. How are you, Joe?
Good evening. Really great. Excited to be here. Thank you, Wesley.
And you've got your brains trust there, Chris and Brady. Chris, how are you?
Really well, thanks, and welcome everybody.
So, Brady, you've been reading all the rule books, you've been studying up, you're excited for the final?
Well, we'll see how we go.
Now down to the New South Wales Blues, the captain, Bella. How are you this evening?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Fantastic. Your regular compatriots there, Evan and also Bruce. Welcome along, guys. Okay, let's jump straight into round one. It's our Jeopardy round. But before we get there, let's work out who's going first. So, Bella, I'm holding up some fingers on my left hand. How many fingers am I holding up?
2.
2, there you go. Two is correct. So, New South Wales get the first choice. Let's get the categories up and we'll see what points you're going to play for. So let's see what tonight's categories are. It's ISSFPA, Action Pistol, Metallic Silhouette, and General Knowledge. Okay, Bella, as the captain, pick your category and your points.
Can we please have 400 ISSF?
What score do you need to be a master grade shooter in 25 metre centre fire pistol?
583.
583. Let's have a look if they kick off with 400 points straight off the bat. 583 is correct. A great start to New South Wales, laying down the gauntlet in the early stage of the game. Joe, have a look at the categories and pick your points, please.
Gentlemen, so shall we rebut with 400 general knowledge?
Name one of the 2 Australian athletes to win a Paralympic medal in pistol shooting.
Possibly Chris Pitt.
So we'll lock in Chris Pitt. Let's have a look. He went to the Rio 2016 Olympics. Did he win a medal? Let's find out. No. James Normhaus and Peter Tate are the 2 competitors that have won medals. Chris Pitt, fantastic competitor, still working hard to qualify for the Tokyo Olympics, and we wish him all the best. So let's go back now to Evan and pick a category and the points you want to play for.
Going for ISSFPA 300.
At the PA Nationals, may a shooter claim a malfunction reshoot in a sighting series? Do you get a reshoot in a sighting series for a malfunction?
You want me to answer it?
I've never heard of it, if you want, Bruce.
The answer's yes.
Okay, let's have a look what the answer is. We're saying yes. And that's another big 300 points. So, flying out of the blocks, New South Wales on 700 points. Let's go back to Chris now. Can you pick a category and some points? Let's see if we can get NT onto the scoreboard.
All right, I think we might play it safe and we'll go ISSFPA for 200.
Which of the following is not a PA match? Black powder 25 metre, standard pistol or service match? Which of the following is not a PA match?
Standard pistol's not a PA match, it's an ISSF match.
Okay, let's lock in standard pistol. That is correct. NT, get on the scoreboard, trailing by 500. So we're back across. Third question now for New South Wales, and we'll go to Bruce. Let's get the board up and you can pick a category.
We'll have a go at 400 in action pistol.
What are the dimensions of the steel plates in action pistol? What are the dimensions?
I think they're 8-inch, which is, I think it was 203 millimetres, and then it said they were 3/8 thick.
Well, they shoot over yards, so I'd say we'll probably take the imperial measurement of 8 inches. Let's have a look what comes up on the scoreboard. 8 inches, steel plates, 3/8 thick. Absolutely correct. After 3 rounds of the Jeopardy, New South Wales on 1,100 points, flying out of the blocks. NT, let's go across to Brady. Let's see if you can get your second score up on the board. You're sitting on 200 at the moment.
We'll go general 300.
Name the 4 components of a bullet.
Projectile, brass, the primer, and the powder.
Primer, case, powder, and projectile. That is correct. So at the end of the Jeopardy round, it's New South Wales 1,100 points playing NT 500 points on the scoreboard. NT, seeing you're trailing on the scoreboard. Joe, if you'd like to choose, do you want to play round 1 or round 2 of the feud?
We've always gone number 1. Did we want to change that this game around? Any ideas, gentlemen?
No, not really. One or the other. Makes no difference.
Let's go 1 then.
Well,
Yeah,
let's stick with the winning formula. It might make a difference depending on what questions come up. So, feud round coming up. Round 1 being played by the NT. Name the 8 State and Territory Association presidents. Well, I think there's a chance here. I think you guys might do pretty well. If you can't get the NT president, you're in strife.
Glenn Frew.
Oh,
Glenn Frew. First up, first name, Glenn Frew.
Michelle Sandstrom.
Yep, Michelle Sandstrom, definitely president of Queensland. She's up there.
A couple of weeks ago, Joe. You
Brian
picked one of them.
Cheers, New South Wales. Is that right?
Yeah,
Brian
that's
Cheers. Yeah, Brian Cheers. Let's get Brian up. Brian Cheers. 3 down, 5 to go. You know, if you haven't seen these people for a fair while, we didn't have a Nationals this year, so you wouldn't have been rubbing shoulders with some of the presidents.
There's a guy in Victoria, I think his last name was Roberts, but he might have retired, but I'm not sure.
Do you want to see if there's someone named Roberts? We'll take a surname, that'll be fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Roberts is incorrect. That's 1 strike down. If you get a second strike, New South Wales have a chance of stealing your points.
Joe, what's Catherine Patel's husband's name? Isn't he the president in ACT?
Stephen Patel.
Let's have a look. Stephen Patel.
idea.
Stephen Patel, ACT. Great guess.
The man of many
Sorry.
talents. There you go.
Ooh.
So Queensland, New South Wales, NT and ACT. So you're looking now obviously at WA, South Australia, Victoria. You've had a guess there.
Paul Steen, Tasmania.
Paul Steen. Let's go with Paul Steen.
Oh,
Oh, 5 down, 3 to go. That was a great one.
thank you, Kerry. Don't hate me now.
Mike Knapp.
Let's see if Mike Knapp's name's up there.
Oh,
That's 2
bad
strikes
luck.
down for NT. Well, let's get across now to New South Wales. You've got to choose. Well, you've got 3 choices there. Can you pick one more state president?
I think it's Carl Freer in Western Australia.
Carl.
Yeah.
Carl Freer.
That's his name.
Bloody Carl.
Carl Freer is correct. So there's 380 points stolen by New South Wales. So let's get the board back up and let's find out who the final 2 state presidents are. Number 2, that's Bob Maddox from
Bob.
Victoria. And the final one is Mike Swan from South Australia. Well, there you have it. There are our 8 state presidents. Let's get across to New South Wales and their feud round. What equipment would be in a club's storage shed? Wow, this is a broad one.
Target frames, if that's what you would call them.
Yeah, target frames. Let's have a look if that's on there. Target frames.
Target.
We'd have targets and patches.
Let's go targets first, and then we'll see. Yep, targets. Do you want to go patches as well?
Where they are.
Yep. Patches. Okay, 3 down, 5 to go.
The timing boxes.
Timing
What are they
boxes.
called?
Yeah, timers are there.
Yeah. Target timing things.
That is not on the boards, not in the storage shed. Probably the timers are sitting on the range.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we better be careful now.
Could we say this isn't an answer, maybe a broom, because that's where ours is, to sweep up the brass? I don't know.
Our broom's left on the range. But we do have all our scoring ones in the store shed. What do you think about that?
What do you want? You want to try brooms or scoring ones? Which one do you want to try?
Scoring ones.
Scoring ones.
Yeah.
Scoring ones. Yep. Scoring ones is up there. So there's 4 to go. What's in your shed? Could be different at every club, that's the thing, but probably looking for the most common and standard items that would be in the storage shed.
Well, we have all our gauges, club gauges, and RO vests are in the storage shed. What do you think about those?
So are you going to lock in gauges or RO vests? Which one do you want to go with?
I think probably the RO vests are the most likely.
RO vests. Let's have a look. RO jackets, RO vests, same thing. 3 to go.
Do you think most clubs would have spare gauges?
We can try gauges.
What do you reckon, guys?
I
Speak up.
reckon. Yeah.
I was gonna say score sheets first.
Score sheets, scorecards. Yeah, well, I'd go with that first. That's good. Scorecards.
Scorecards. Let's see if they're up there. They are. Very good.
Here we go.
2 to go, and you're going to have an unassailable lead.
Do you reckon
Go
tools,
for it.
Bruce, or something?
Oh, well, there was tools in one of the other ones, ahead of stopwatches. So, breakdown tools, repair kits, or I mean, we have complete spare rams and solenoids, but certainly you'd have toolkits. I think that'd be fair enough.
Yeah.
So tool kit, repair kit.
Yeah, along those lines.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah. Okay. We'll take a kit, a spares kit or a tool kit. Let's have a look. Okay, let's get across to the NT Crocs. There's 2 choices left there and a chance to steal some points back off New South Wales.
What do you think? What are we suggesting?
What else is in the storage shed?
I could say something like a compressor to run the targets, but
Or what about
too obvious.
clips?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Clips
okay.
to hold the targets on?
Yeah, that's a good one, Joe.
Do you think?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, target clips.
Let's roll the dice with clips.
Oh no!
Unfortunately, not in the storage shed. Those points go across to New South Wales. That's 820 points garnered by New South Wales in the feud round. Let's get the scoreboard back up and let's have a look at what the last 2 answers are. What's in the shed? So number 6.
I'll be able to read it.
Compressor. Oh, you guys were going to go the compressor.
Sorry, mate.
And the final one, number 8, is the air tank. Wow, you went so close there, NT. Let's go to the scoreboard. It is 1,920 for New South Wales, playing 500 for NT. It looks like the title is going to go to New South Wales, but we've still got to get through our rapid fire. So before we move into our final round, the rapid fire, let's spin the wheel of buzzer and we'll start with Bella and let's see what silly noise you get to make. Bella's a sheep. Let's see your
Bah.
best sheep, Bella. There we go. Evan can be a foghorn.
What do they sound like? I actually have no idea.
Honk.
What does a horn on a car sound like? Some sort of a...
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Beep.
Okay, Bruce, let's get a buzzer for you. And Bruce is the cat.
Meow.
Across to Joe, up in the NT. Let's spin the wheel and get a buzzer. Joe's a duck.
Quack.
You're going to be the car.
Room, room.
And Brady, last buzzer of the PA Corona quiz. You can be a barking dog.
Woof.
Well, scores are a long way apart, but maybe a chance just to get some more points on the board for NT. So let's roll the dice for the first question on the rapid fire. What is the least number of rounds an athlete should have for each stage of a 25-metre competition? The least number of rounds. The answers, and buzz in when you know the answer.
Bah.
Meow.
Quack.
That came from Bella. So Bella, what's the answer? Least number of
If
rounds.
it's including siders, it's 35.
35. Let's see if we lock in 35. 35 is incorrect. Across to NT Crocs. If you want to have a guess here, you can steal some points.
Yes, I think we'd like to do that. We'd like to take B, 50. Thank you.
50. Okay. 75 points going to NT. Question 1 of the rapid fire. Question 2. Here it comes. Which Australian pistol club will host the postponed 2020 NRA World Action Pistol Championships next year? Where's it going to be? It was going to be in 2020. It's going to be held over.
Room, room. Rev.
Okay, we've got the car there for Chris. You can name that one for me.
Toowoomba Pistol Club.
Toowoomba Pistol Club. And that is correct, 100 points. So first two questions going to NT. Third question, rapid fire, grand final. Who has won the most service pistol national titles since 1982? Service pistol.
Meow.
Bah.
Dean Bruce.
Dean Bruce, C. Dean Bruce. That is correct. Question number 4, rapid fire. Name the 4 targets used in metallic silhouette.
Oh.
Rev.
Woof.
Meow.
Bah.
Oh, hang on, we had someone from NT buzz in then. I think it was,
VJ.
was that Brady or that was Brady? Yep, Brady
Yep.
come up pretty quick. Okay, 4 targets in metallic silhouette. Give us a name, buddy.
Chickens, rams, turkeys, and pigs.
So that'll be B. Chickens, rams, turkeys, pigs. You get the answer there, correct. And the final question of the PA Corona quiz. We started about 15 weeks ago. We've eliminated all the other states. It's down to New South Wales and NT. Question number 5, rapid fire. Name the 2 athletes who won Olympic bronze medals for Australian pistol shooting as recorded by the Australian Olympic Committee. The 2 athletes
Quack,
who
quack,
won
quack,
bronze
quack,
medals.
quack, 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 quack.
Joe will go straight away with that. Give us your answers.
Patty Dench and Marie Forder.
Patty Dench and Marie Forder.
Yes,
Well, Patty Dench is not what's listed on the Australian Olympic Committee site, so let's go across to New South Wales and see if they can steal the last question.
Well, we should do the right thing and pick an incorrect answer, I think. Don't you
I think
agree?
so. Yeah.
Yes. So we'll go for the C one.
We go with C,
And-
Annie Forder and
Yeah.
Patricia Dents. Well, that's great sportsmanship by New South Wales. Of course, the answer is B, Anne-Marie Forder and Patricia Dench, which is what is registered on the Australian Olympic Committee, although she's more commonly known as Patty Dench. That wraps up the PA Corona Quiz, a resounding victory to New South Wales, built on the back of some big scores in the opening round. 2,020 points, defeating NT 775. Put your hands together for both our teams and thank them for their time here on the PA Corona Quiz. Give yourselves a round of applause, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Bruce.
I'd just like to thank all the participants. I mean, I've never been so nervous in my life. And if you'd have asked me to name all of the national title holders and the score they shot, I could have done that. And I've spent hundreds of hours memorising all those names and scores, and you only asked for one.
Well, after a comprehensive victory by New South Wales here in the grand final, we're joined by John Sammartino from Black Widow Projectiles to make the presentation. Welcome, John.
Thanks, Mike. Pleasure to be here.
Well, comprehensive victory. New South Wales built on the back of smashing it in Jeopardy, high score ever, 1,100 points, and then they did really well in Feud as well. So they take the victory with 2,020 points. I think that's a high score for the tournament. And 10,000 projectiles, courtesy of Black Widow, coming their way.
Absolutely. A pleasure to be able to give 10,000 projectiles to New South Wales. I know Bruce Tuddy quite well. Really happy that New South have won them.
Yeah, so we'll make sure they get shipped off to the respective team there, because the states have agreed, which I think is fantastic. They're going to allow the competitors to split those up amongst themselves. They're the ones who have done all the work. And of course, getting your name out, and on behalf of the Corona Quiz and of course the PA Range Report, we really thank you and Black Widow for your support.
Thanks, Mike. It was fantastic to be on board. It was a great opportunity to be involved, and very happy to be able to, produce and give 10,000 away to the winning team in any combination that they want. So it doesn't have to be one sort. Whatever they like, we'll make them and ship them out to them.
Well, it's fantastic. Black Widow Projectiles giving those prizes away. Bruce, can you just respond on behalf of New South Wales team?
Yes, I'd certainly like to thank John and Black Widow Projectiles. We'll have a lot of pleasure firing off 3,000 each. But thank you sincerely, John. We have known one another and competed against one another for many years. So it's very generous of you, and we thank you dearly. Thank you.
You're welcome, Bruce. I'm glad I could help, and hope we'll catch up on the range again shortly.
Well, that concludes several months of exciting competition here in the PA Corona Quiz. Well done to all our competitors and all our state teams for their work throughout the tournament. And of course, congratulations New South Wales, a comprehensive victory in the final, set up by a season-topping score of 1,100 in the opening round. They were on fire tonight. Well done to New South Wales. Well done to everyone. Stay safe and well in isolation. I'm Mike on behalf of the team here at the PA Corona Quiz. We'll see you on the range very, very soon.
The PA Corona Quiz is brought to you by Black Widow Projectiles.